Increasing prices by 45% made my customers happier and got me more sales. Today I'm talking about your perceived value in your customers' eyes and over/underpricing yourself. Make sure to gently tap that like button down below so more people like you can see this video. It doesn't matter what you think your service is worth, it just matters how much someone is willing to pay you for your service. And this doesn't just apply to overpricing yourself. Underpricing yourself can lose you just as much amount of money as overpricing yourself. Let me tell you a quick story about a friend of mine who sells jewelry in New Mexico. Her name is Sherry and she has this really nice boutique jewelry store. And she had this necklace that was a really nice necklace. She thought it would sell super quickly, but she just couldn't get it to sell. She priced it really well. She moved it right front and center so people see it right when they come through the doors, but no matter what she did, she couldn't get it to sell. So eventually she decided, you know what, I'm just gonna take a loss. I gotta get rid of this. She told her employee, go and mark this necklace half off. And wouldn't you know it, that same exact morning, it sold. Except her employee somehow, we're really not sure how they did this, instead of marking it half off, doubled the price of it. They must have just pulled up their calculator and instead of hitting divide by 2, they hit times 2 and thought, yeah, that looks right. I don't know. They multiplied it by 2, wrote it on their little label and just put it up there. Now you might be thinking, Mike, if no one was interested in the necklace at a low price, why would someone all of a sudden be interested at a high price? Well, why was Supreme able to sell a brick for $30? It's what the brick means. It's what that price for that piece of jewelry means for Sherry's customers. Sherry's customers come in and they don't want to buy a cheap piece of jewelry. They value having nice things and bragging about their nice things and saying how much their nice things cost them to have. So you need to know your customers' value and then price yourself according to what your customers find valuable. For a service business, a lot of our values come from what happens if they don't do business with us. If it's wintertime and it's 30 degrees for the next week and someone's furnace breaks, is it more valuable for someone to come out within an hour or for someone to come out the next day? It's not a question. Someone to come out within the hour, that's more valuable. And that should cost more than it should for someone to come out the next day. And that's not taking advantage of anybody. That is being a premium service and pricing yourself accordingly. And that's something you might have to explain to a customer. For me with these boxes, a big value proposition is, hey, they get taken away at the end. You don't have to deal with cardboard. People don't really think about getting rid of cardboard when they're buying cardboard to move. They're thinking about, hey, we gotta move. So one thing you have to explain to people is, hey, think about when you're done moving, do you want all the stress to just be done when you're unpacked? Or do you want to have to also stress about getting rid of this cardboard? You might have to buy a dumpster that costs you $300 just to throw it in or load it up in your car or something. With these boxes, I just take them away at the end and your stress is finished and you're moved in and everything's done. But going back to it, you want to price yourself accordingly in your market compared to your competitors. If you're a run-of-the-mill type of business, you're just coming in, you're gonna fix the furnace and leave, okay, did it, done. You don't want to price yourself at a premium price. You're just going to hurt yourself because you might get some customers at the beginning, but then they might leave some reviews because people who are paying premium prices want premium service. So if they're paying premium and they get low grade service, they're going to be upset and they're going to give you a review, and a couple bad reviews is going to make it hard to get anyone regardless of your price from then on out. But if you're an on time, every time, wearing boot covers, putting down blankets, doing it with a smile type of person, you shouldn't be charging these low prices either. You don't want to undercut yourself because you're going to get customers at that price. They're not going to appreciate what you're doing because customers buying at this price are expecting this type of service. They don't care if someone's putting on a boot cover. They say, dude, come in, track mud. I don't care. I just don't want to pay more than $50. I can vacuum up some mud. That's not a big deal. People up here are saying, if you track mud through my house, I will put my dog on you. Do not come into my house with those boots on. So there are two different types of customers and your pricing needs to be congruent with your value. So you just need to be on the same page here. You don't want to underprice yourself or overprice yourself. I mean, if you want to be that run-of-the-mill type of person down here, that's fine. You're still going to get customers, and if you charge a lower price, you can do that. It's up to you. It's really hard to be a premium service. They're going to be really picky people. You might have to come back a couple times, but you know they're paying you more, so you're doing it right and you're willing to come back and make it right. So you might be thinking, all right, well, where do I fit into my market here? Well, here's a kind of a cheat sheet. What you want to do is go and open up a spreadsheet. Go and get every single pricing for everyone in your market, in your area, put their prices, put their value, and go through and see what people are paying for their value. And then you can kind of just put yourself in that spreadsheet where you feel like you should be. So that's a cheaty kind of way to do it. It's really good. I mean, that's market research, that's understanding your market and your area and everything, and understanding your customer. But go ahead and kind of do that. And if you're offering way more than people, don't be afraid to be at the top of that, you know? For any businesses I have, I'm gonna be near the top. I'm not gonna be like way above everybody, because that's just overpricing yourself. I mean, if this person offers the same amount of value and they're at the top, you don't wanna be $100 more than that offering the same amount of value. You know, you're gonna be just around where they're at, and that's okay. But place yourself accordingly in that spreadsheet. Just do some homework, and that'll help you price yourself the right way. If you're interested in how to find pricing based off of cost of goods sold, overhead, and profit, click here, and make sure to subscribe and like this video so more people like you can see this in the future, and I'll see you next time.